So they go whataboutism. What when other people kill, why you always pick on us when we do the killing? That's like me saying, like if I was Ted Bundy, well, you didn't catch the other people who killing all these women. Why? But you want to execute me in Florida because I killed these students in a university, and you're not catching all the serial killers. You understand? This is the criminal mind and the mental sickness and disease of the people who came from Europe. His name is not even Netanyahu. Israel is not a real state. Let me go down. Let me tell you about Israel, or the Jewish state. Okay, the Jewish state. He's a dictator too. Yes, he is. The star of David. David never had a star. Israel doesn't have a constitution because it doesn't want to have a constitution so it could be able to deny the Arabs any rights in that state. Their name is not their real name. His name is Malinsky, whatever his name is. It's not anything, you know. Everything is a lie. Every single thing is a lie. Even the national anthem, the music is stolen from a Romanian song. Everything is borrowed. So you came from Europe, running away from the pogroms, from the Holocaust, whatever, from all the, we know the history in Europe was not, it was an on and off relationship with the Jews, with friends, then they attacked them, then with friends, and they attacked them. Then you come and land on the people that are there, and you tell this lie, we were people without a land, with a land without people. As a matter of fact, there was cities in Palestine to murder them and kill them, and if they fight back, they are terrorists.
Instead, they falsely accuse the one democracy in the Middle East, Israel, thereby imperiling the right of all democracies to defend themselves against.
Israel is a democracy for Jews only. As a matter of fact, they just passed a nation law that Israel is a state for the Jews. Imagine in the United States if Congress passes a law that the United States is a nation for the Christians only. Imagine, I won't care, but I mean, the Jews will go nuts. Everybody will go nuts. What are you talking about? Christians only? This is the same thing that's happening in Israel. Israel is an ethnostate. Its religion is an ethno-religion. It's a racist state. It's an apartheid state. It's a criminal state that relies on assassinations, mass murder, destructions. Look at the war in Lebanon. You haven't seen the rockets hit one building that is a civilian inside Israel while these people are bombing neighborhoods. This is what they do. Go ahead.
Murderers, terrorists, and tyrants.
Okay.
Nor did the court do anything against the Hamas terrorists who raped our women, beheaded our men, burned babies alive in front of their parents, and kidnapped hundreds of men, women, and children to the underground dungeons of Gaza.
Yeah.
They're still holding 101 hostages, citizens of many lands, including the United States.
And by the way, Israel has killed about 50 of them with their indiscriminate bombing. Israel is killing its own civilians, its own hostages. You understand? He doesn't want them released. They just want Gaza. They want to get rid of the Palestinians so they could get rid of their problem. It is called the demographic problem. Israel's kryptonite that Superman had is demographics. After 76 years, the Zionist project failed to provide the two most important things for Israel or for the Jews. Safe state. It's not safe. Rockets are hitting any and a demographic majority. Imagine all the ethnic cleansing, with all the killing, with all these laws that are meant to isolate and violate Palestinians, make them just leave and throw everything and leave. There are 7.3 million Jews and there are 7.3 Palestinians. It's a 50-50 situation. They killed a couple of 200,000 from the Palestinians, but about 1 million Jews have left and ran to Europe. That's why they had, I'm going to tell you before, let this idiot finish.
United States. Come to think of it, the court did issue one arrest warrant against Hamas.
Yeah.
Now hear this. They issued an arrest warrant against the corpse of the Hamas arch-terrorist Muhammad Dev.
Yeah.
His corpse. What an absurdity. No biased anti-Israel decision in The Hague will prevent the state of Israel from defending its citizens. I want to thank our many friends around the world, especially those in the United States, who've condemned this outrage and who've said that this decision will have severe consequences for the ICC and those who cooperate with its decision. Israel will not recognize the validity of this decision. We will continue to do everything we must do to defend our citizens and defend our state against Iran's axis of terror, Iran and its terrorist proxies, which include Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and others. Our enemies are your enemies, and our victory will be your victory, the victory of civilization over barbarism and tyranny.
That's you. You are describing actually what you are. You and your people are barbars and criminals and war crimes. Your victory is not our victory. Your victory is the victory of the devil. Then you are part of the Nazi project in Israel. Good. He's finished.
The anti-Semitic decision of the International Court in The Hague
everything is anti-Semitic.
Is a modern Dreyfus trial.
Here we go.
And it will end the same way. 130 years ago, the French Jewish officer Alfred Dreyfus was falsely accused of treason by a biased French court.
And
in response to these false accusations, the great French writer Émile Zola wrote his monumental essay, J'accuse. He accused the French court of anti-Semitic lies against an innocent officer who was later exonerated of all guilt. Now an international court in The Hague, also headed by a French judge.
You see, he wanted to make the correlation that the head of the court is the French citizen. So he had to go back 132 years about the Dreyfus, about some officer who's accused of treason in France. But we see the massacre that you're doing. We see it with our own eyes every day. The problem is America's TV and media refuses to recognize what's going on or show the American people or the majority of the American people. You can no longer blind people. You have social media. The message is getting through the American people. They see you for what you are, nothing but a liar, a criminal, a murderous butcher of children.
Is repeating this outrageous offense. It is falsely accusing me, the democratically elected Prime Minister of the State of Israel, and Israel's former Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, of deliberately targeting civilians. This when we do everything in our power to avoid civilian casualties. We issue millions of text messages, phone calls, leaflets to the citizens of Gaza to get them out of harm's way. While the Hamas terrorists do everything in their power to keep them in harm's way, including shooting them, using them as human shields.
There is no evidence. There is anybody who's listened to my my stream, go to Google and write Israeli soldiers use Palestinians as human shield. The Jewish government or the Jewish supremacist government of Israel, for every accusation, it's a confession of what they do. Everything they have accused, the Palestinian resistance, the dedicated babies, whatever the word is, it was Palestinians. They raped a doctor and put a phone inside wrecked him and killed him. And then when they tried to arrest the soldiers, the whole Israeli came and beat up the base and treated them like heroes. We have the right to rape Palestinians.
The court in The Hague accuses us of a deliberate policy of starvation. This one we've supplied Gaza with 700,000 tons of food to feed the people of Gaza. That's 3,200 calories for every man, woman, and child in Gaza. And these supplies are routinely looted by Hamas terrorists who deprive their people of much-needed food. Yet just in the last few weeks, Israel facilitated the vaccination of 97% of the people of Gaza against polio. This doesn't prevent the court of accusing us of genocide.